From the Cronkite studios in downtown Phoenix, this is Cronkite News.
President Obama announced plans to keep troops in Afghanistan, extending a mission that was supposed to end next year.
Plus, solar panel installations are on the decline. Solar supporters say the utility companies are to blame.
And tribe leaders are in Washington today, calling on the president to protect a sacred piece of their land.
Cronkite News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News. I'm Erica Lang.
And I'm Genesis Monserrati. Thanks for joining us. Earlier today, President Obama announced the drawback of troops from Afghanistan will again be delayed. Cronkite News reporter Angie Schuster has the details of the president's plan to keep troops overseas.
As the war in Afghanistan enters its 15th year, the complete removal of U.S. troops still seems a ways away. President Obama announced today that he is abandoning his original plan to withdraw nearly all troops from Afghanistan, stating that the Afghan military is just not ready to secure the country on their own yet. As Obama's second presidential term is coming to an end, the plan to remove U.S. troops from Afghanistan, what could have been his administration's legacy, has been extinguished.
I've decided to maintain our current posture of 9,800 troops in Afghanistan through most of next year, 2016.
Obama then plans to reduce troops to 5,500 by 2017, something that his original plan had called to be done by the end of this year.
But maintaining our current posture through most of next year, rather than a more rapid drawdown, will allow us to sustain our efforts to train and assist Afghan forces as they grow stronger.
If we're going to go in there, fight a war, we need to end it with the country in a stable position, and this will help.
Lieutenant Colonel James Collison served active duty in the Air Force during the Vietnam War for 5 years and served in the Arizona Air National Guard for 22 years.
I think that probably the average soldier is saying, oh, here we go again, but at the same time, they want to do what's right, and they want to the extent we can win over there, they want to be part of that. And you know, they're here to serve their country, and the country calls them to serve in Afghanistan for another 2 years or however long it is, then that's what they'll do.
President Obama said that the bigger residual force of troops won't be in combat. They will instead focus on counterterrorism missions and advising Afghan security forces. In the broadcast center, Angie Schuster, Cronkite News.
Arizona Senator John McCain said he was pleased to hear that Obama will keep thousands of troops in Afghanistan. However, he said he is still worried that there won't be enough troops to perform what he said is the critical tasks being set for them. The senator visited a popular Hispanic market in Phoenix to talk about his effort called Unidos con McCain. He talked to business owners about the importance of the Latino vote for his 2016 campaign and explained why they should support him.
I think they can plan on me doing everything I can to reduce government regulations, to lower their taxes, to provide them with the opportunity incentive to do what I've just seen here, and that is people to establish businesses and grow and prosper.
John McCain will officially kick off his 2016 campaign this Saturday and plans to expand his outreach in coming weeks.
The White House announced today new funding to the Navajo Nation and a New Mexico Council. Arizona is one of 12 states that will share in the $14.5 million of grant funding aimed at helping communities deal with the changing energy industry that has seen a decreased demand for coal. The administration hopes these grants will be the beginning of a larger effort to help coalfield communities. For full multimedia coverage, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org. The solar industry has been in the national spotlight, with solar supporters blaming utility companies for higher fees and a decrease in solar panel installations. Cronkite News reporter Audrey Wheel shows us the solar debate is quite prominent right here in Arizona.
When it comes to total solar capacity, Arizona sits near the top of the list. But that number isn't growing like it used to. Environment America's latest solar report shows that just in the past few years, Arizona has dropped from 1st to 8th in the country in new solar installations.
Unfortunately, Arizona is not #1 in too many things. On education, we're at the bottom, but in solar, we were at the top, and that was good.
Professor Harvey Bryan has paid close attention to solar trends in Arizona, and his findings match those of Environment America's Lighting the Way report. The report shows a significant drop in solar capacity additions, from 724 megawatts added in 2013 to only 246 megawatts added in 2014, a drop that parallels higher fees on solar customers.
We've seen Arizona Public Service, as well as Salt River Project, and even Tucson Electric Power, trying to find ways to increase fees on rooftop solar customers. I think ultimately they see it as a threat to their current business model, which is heavily invested in fossil fuels and big power plants.
But APS says it has not seen a decrease in solar installations in its service area. In fact, it's the opposite.
A lot of customers have been installing rooftop solar at higher levels than we've ever seen in our program history.
Just a few weeks ago, APS put its latest rate proposal, an average fee increase from $5 to $21, on hold at the Corporation Commission.
Our position has consistently been, we want to make sure we're all dealing with the same set of facts when we talk about what are the costs to serve customers, be it a solar, non-solar, any type of customer.
This new plan that they had was way over the top, very similar to the SRP plan, and that would have really made rooftop solar in their service area unaffordable.
Both sides in this debate say the end goal is sustainable energy. It's just a matter of determining how everyone can benefit in the process. Even with the recent decrease in installations and policy uncertainties, everyone I talked to said they think the future is still bright for solar in Arizona. In the Broadcast Center, Audrey Wheel, Cronkite News.
A ban will be lifted today on open charcoal and wood fires in Phoenix's mountain and desert preserves. Because of recent rains and cooler temperatures, the Phoenix Parks and Recreation Department said it was okay to use charcoal and fires in established, developed areas. However, smoking outside your vehicle is still prohibited.
Tribal leaders from the Four Corner states gathered in the nation's capital today for a historic first in an effort to save a site that is millennia old. Cronkite News reporter Adriana Barajas has the story from our Washington bureau.
You can't talk about who we are as people without talking about the land.
It was the land that brought tribal leaders to Washington today to urge President Barack Obama to protect 1.9 million acres of southeastern Utah as the Bears Ears National Monument.
Bears Ears offers something unique that we can't find anywhere else in the world, and so therefore it's special. It provides and facilitates, it negotiates with us the ability to heal through traditional ceremonies.
The effort is important for another reason. Alfred Lomekwahu said it's the first time tribes have gone together to press an issue directly to the president.
This is very, very important. It's a big breakthrough for Native Americans.
The tribes claim the Bears Ears contain thousands of culturally and spiritual significant sites, the same claim that has been made by San Carlos Apache Fighting, a proposed mine at Oak Flat in southern Arizona.
It's very similar in the sense that, the San Carlos Apache people, our brothers and sisters to the south, they relate to Oak Flats in a very serious way, in a very familial way from a sacred site standpoint.
Lomekwahu agreed, saying the tribes are charting a new path, and he hopes that the tribe's effort on Bears Ears can prevent another Oak Flat.
If it passes and with the co-management of Native tribes, things like Oak Flats wouldn't have happened with the land exchange.
In Washington, Adriana Barajas, Cronkite News.
Now the tribes are urging Obama to use his authority under the Antiquities Act, which allows the president to create national monuments to preserve sites with natural or cultural importance.
An update now on a possible bus strike. Bus operators and contractors are meeting next week, hoping to avoid a service stoppage. Transit union members voted earlier to authorize a possible strike, but services have been running normally as negotiations continue. Officials say passengers should come up with alternate transportation plans until a deal is reached. Now, did you know that the value of the peso is going down?
Well, Genesis, that means shoppers from Mexico aren't spending as much on the U.S. side of the border. Coming up on Cronkite News, how that's affecting border businesses in Nogales.
And inspections are happening today at the State Fair grounds ahead of this weekend's opening.
At ASU, We believe the most important semester is the one that starts after you get your diploma, the one called life. So we work hard to help our alumni thrive, teaching them the importance of not only achieving their goals, but exceeding them. With innovative programs that embrace hands-on learning that encourages real-world growth. Our alumni know it can be the education of a lifetime, for a lifetime. For more information, asu.edu.
I'm an urban gardener. I'm a PhD student in criminology law and society.
I have an expertise in construction history.
I also happen to be a swing dancer. Oh, and I'm a source.
And I really like being a source.
Great journalism requires great sources, and we want you to be one of them. Arizona PBS is building a network of viewers, people with insight into the stories we cover and the stories we should cover. Explore what it means to be a source for the Arizona PBS Public Insight Network at azpbs.org/pin. Are you a news junkie, history buff, science or nature lover? Then discover 8 World, an entire channel devoted to bringing the world home to Arizona. Watch 8 World on Cox 88 or over the air via antenna on 8.3. To find out how to tune into 8 World through your satellite or another cable provider, visit azpbs.org/world or call 602-496-2308. Discover your world. 8 World.
See this patio? There used to be a motorcycle sitting there, a bike I didn't use and didn't want, so I donated it to public television, and they took care of everything. In addition to supporting my favorite programs, I earned a tax deduction. Turn something you don't need into something you really want. Contact the Vehicle Donation Program.
8 is Arizona PBS, a service of Arizona State University.
A weaker Mexican peso is hurting border businesses on the U.S. side. Cronkite News reporter Fan Wang talks with shop managers and owners in Nogales, Arizona, who are trying to understand the pinch they are feeling.
In the small border town, Mexican shoppers translate into big sales. Usually.
With the peso devaluation, our sales are going down more and more.
Rebecca Castañeda has been working in this store for 20 years. And this year has been one of the worst. Sales have fallen by more than half. At this store, 99% of the customers are from Mexico.
I come here twice a week, but I used to buy more.
Aguel crosses the border to buy cheaper groceries and trinkets for his kids. He now spends about $20 per visit, versus as much as $100 before.
Store owners on Morley Avenue in Nogales say they're opening their shops late because business is slowing down.
Instead of 8 a.m., many shops now open at 10, and they're trying to attract Mexican shoppers with bargain prices.
We always have sales, and sometimes we even do sales like we'll accept the peso at a much better rate.
But even after cutting prices by as much as half, Castañeda has not yet seen improvement in sales.
We don't have any customers.
Now I'm waiting for my Christmas bonus. There's nothing else I can do.
The holiday bonus is mandatory in Mexico, and merchants hope the extra money will boost the sales. In Nogales, Fan Wang, Cronkite News.
The peso-dollar exchange rate is over 16 to 1. The peso has lost about 24% of its value in the last year.
The Arizona State Fair opens its doors tomorrow, but today and tomorrow, countless inspectors are hard at work making sure the rides are safe for the public. Julia Thatcher is live in the broadcast center with a behind-the-scenes look at the process.
I got to see a sight today that many won't. The Arizona State Fairgrounds almost empty. The doors open tomorrow, but the crew is putting on the finishing touches to some of the rides.
Rides, food, and safety? Lots of preparation goes into making sure your favorite ride goes off without a hitch. The Arizona State Fair says it conducts daily checks to make sure each ride is safe for operation and even brings in a third party to do inspections as well. Inspectors check for loose bolts and mechanical wear and tear from use, but the real danger to the ride isn't in the mechanics.
It's the guests acting up on rides. Most of our injuries happen because the guests do not listen to our rules. They do not listen to safety.
Posted outside each ride are rules for guests to follow. Officials for the fair are sure that with all the preparation and inspections, the rides themselves are perfectly safe.
Safety is priority one. These rides are very safe. My kids ride these rides, and we're very proud of what we do here. So come out and see us.
Third-party inspectors say the rides at the state fair are often more safe than amusement park rides because the rides are taken completely apart when moving between fairgrounds, and each part is checked for wear before it's reinstalled at the new location.
They go above and beyond. They do not have to hire a consultant or a ride inspector. They do it because they care about the guest safety, and that's why we're here. It costs them a lot of money to bring us in, and it's something they do on their own.
The Arizona State Fair is celebrating 54 years this year and will open its gates starting tomorrow through November 8th. In the newsroom, Julia Thatcher, Cronkite News.
This morning, the Phoenix Business Journal partnered with SRP to host a panel discussing what's helping and hurting Arizona business. Members of the panel mentioned how the healthcare industry plays a huge role in helping our economy. Also, more and more people are attracted to the state's promise of warm weather and cheap land, creating a thriving urban environment. However, Arizona's immigration policy hurts the state image, and underperforming K-12 schools fail to produce college-ready graduates. For an in-depth digital story on the Economic Outlook panel, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.
It's been 6 decades since One Valley Racetrack opened its doors. Cronkite News reporter Rebecca Wynn found out what Turf Paradise does to keep an old pastime alive in modern times.
The venue opened in 1956, making it Arizona's oldest sports franchise.
Turf Paradise once sat alone in the middle of a Phoenix desert. Now, as the horse track prepares for its opening weekend, it has managed to mix the history of the sport with new technology to keep up with the times.
1991, we made a big change, and that is we were able to get the legislature to legalize off-track betting. We have over 65 sites in the state. That changed everything because it gave a chance for people who are horse players, who love the sport, but are too far from the track to go to their neighborhood OTB and wager. And then we followed that with simulcasting. And this year, in 2015, we got legalized phone betting.
Phoenix's sports landscape may have changed as quickly as technology advanced, but some say nothing beats the feeling of Arizona's original sports betting establishment.
You feel like you're part of the action. You're actually involved in it. Like other sports, most people have to do it online or, side bets when you watch football or basketball. Here, you're actually involved.
Say maybe it's similar along the lines of maybe fantasy or something, because you have something riding on it. When you make those bets, those horses, the way they finish is important. And then, people, they come here. You don't need to really know all the things about betting.
Turf Paradise's season runs through May 6th and will include 35 stakes races with a combined value of almost $1.5 million. In Phoenix, Rebecca Wynn, Cronkite News.
Turf Paradise will actually be giving out a free commemorative t-shirt to the first 5,000 fans this Saturday for their historic opening weekend event.
Many young baseball players are watching the MLB playoffs, hoping to one day step on the mound in Game 7.
However, pitchers face various injury concerns. Coming up on Cronkite News, one baseball organization in California is trying to change this trend through techniques and technology.
Tap into the art scene from coast to coast. Join the Art Beat Nation, a weekly series where you'll experience a rich cultural tapestry of art stories from across America. Meet artists, writers, composers, and performers setting the pulse of the arts in America now. Join us for a brand new episode of Art Beat Nation, Sunday at 5 on 8HD.
I'm an urban gardener. I'm a PhD student in criminology and law and society.
I have an expertise in construction history.
I also happen to be a swing dancer. Oh, and I'm a source.
And I really like being a source.
Great journalism requires great sources, and we want you to be one of them. Arizona PBS is building a network of viewers, people with insight into the stories we cover and the stories we should cover. Explore what it means to be a source for the Arizona PBS Public Insight Network at azpbs.org/pin.
Arm injuries have been a focal point for baseball in the last few years. Cronkite News reporter Torrance Dunham spoke to the National Pitching Association.
According to MLB.com in a recent survey, nearly a quarter of Major League and minor league pitchers have gone through the Tommy John reconstructive procedure to repair elbow ligament damage. However, elbow problems are not the only concern. Pitchers also suffer from arm and shoulder injuries. The National Pitching Association is trying to vanquish these injuries using a variety of techniques, including 3D motion technology.
We do have a 3D motion capture system here, which allows us to put reflective markers on all the different parts of the body. We take an 8-camera picture of that, it goes into the computer, and we can now measure velocities, consistencies, arm speeds, things that are normal that we've seen with elite athletes and things that are abnormal. And then we can assess and do corrective procedures on a kid.
What motion capture allows us to do is see at up to 1,000 frames a second what a kid does when he swings a golf club, a bat, or throws a baseball. And it's turning out that all the important parts of a delivery take place in 1/250th to 1/600th of a second. We can't see that with our human eye.
In addition to motion technology, Nude Bar and House teach the athletes who come to the program techniques using towels and weighted balls to help treat and avoid injuries.
Really what this was developed as a way to help solve GERD. And GERD is glenohumeral internal rotation deficit. So when a guy's arm is coming forward, if he cannot internally rotate very far, if he starts to get impingement inside, that is a precursor to injury. These balls were developed to help get rid of GERD and therefore improve shoulder health.
The towel drill specifically came out of the research that we did with motion analysis, trying to duplicate an actual pitch with a baseball and coming up with something an athlete could do by himself, putting a towel in his hand. And when you match them up, it's virtually the same biomechanics without having to go pitch between the lines.
You see how I went behind on that? Yeah. That means you did it perfectly. If it doesn't go,
it's going to get better and better and better. When technology becomes more affordable, my coaching staff and myself honestly believe that we'll be able to do with a cell phone what we have to do with $250,000 worth of cameras, 8 cameras at 1,000 frames a second. So it's a good time to be a coach.
With the advancements in technology, the future looks promising in the non-surgical treatment of young ball players with arm and shoulder injuries. In the Broadcast Center, Torrance Dunham, Cronkite News.
The number of stray cats have been growing concern in the valley, but local clinics are trying to change that.
Coming up on Cronkite News, animal clinics are now offering free services to reduce the homeless pet population.
Fridays, it's at Cronkite News, your social sharing connection where you choose the news. Facebook likes and shares, tweets, retweets, and favorites. YouTube views and subscriptions. We're watching you watch us. From our digital home at cronkitenews.azpbs.org to your television, web browser, or mobile device. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Then join us for at Cronkite News, our weekly refresh, each Friday at 5 on Arizona PBS.
Tickets are available now for one of the most anticipated luncheon events of the year. Join industry leaders from the worlds of media, politics, business, and education as we honor award-winning news anchor and late-night host Charlie Rose, this year's recipient of the Cronkite Award for Excellence in Journalism. The event takes place at the Phoenix Downtown Sheraton on Monday, October 19th at 11:30 a.m. For tickets, visit azpbs.org/Rose or call 602-496-4539.
Hi, I'm Judy Woodruff, co-anchor of the PBS NewsHour. Preparing the next generation of journalists has never been more important than it is now. With its groundbreaking partnership with Arizona PBS, the Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication at ASU is revolutionizing journalism education to provide students with a real opportunity to work and learn under the supervision of veteran journalists, producers, directors, and editors on newscasts, investigative stories, and documentary productions. The Cronkite School and Arizona PBS, reinventing journalism education in the digital age.
Tomorrow is National Feral Cat Day, and one local clinic is trying to reduce the number of stray cats. Reporter Jackie Padilla found they're offering their services free of charge.
It was a morning full of meows at Altered Tales in Mesa. The local clinic has partnered up with Arizona's Spay-Neuter Hotline to fix feral and stray cats.
When you have all them cats running around out there, how are you supposed to take care of them?
Linda Carnahan says she and her neighbors have been taking care of this cat for at least 6 weeks.
Unfortunately, he's not neutered, and we need to get him taken care of before I can find him a good home.
The clinic is welcoming people like Carnahan to bring outdoor cats to be fixed at no cost.
I can't afford to neuter him, get him shots and everything because I have 3 dogs. So this is perfect.
The clinic says events like this help reduce the homeless pet population in the valley.
It's heartbreaking. I'm going to try to do the decent thing and, make it better for him.
Ellen Clark, the executive director at the clinic, says sterilizing free-roaming felines is beneficial for the community.
It's important because all of the shelters in Maricopa County, they're just filled with outdoor cats, with stray cats. And those cats that are on the street need a little assistance from the community by feeding them and, most importantly, by getting them fixed.
Now, if you find a cat and you're not sure if it has a home, there are a few things you can look for. A tag and collar may be the obvious sign, but there's another giveaway.
Take a look and see if the left ear of the cat is tipped.
Clark says if the ear isn't clipped, to call the Spay-Neuter hotline to schedule an appointment. In Mesa, Jackie Padilla, Cronkite News.
Cronkite News is proud to be the news division of Arizona PBS. Here's what's next on Arizona Horizon and PBS NewsHour.
Coming up after Cronkite News, it's Arizona Horizon. Watergate figure John Dean will join us in studio to talk about the scandal's lasting impact on American politics and the media. Watergate's John Dean, next.
I'm Gwen Eichel. On the next NewsHour, we get rare access to a maximum security jail and a unique pilot program trying to stop the revolving prison door. That's Thursday on the PBS NewsHour.
That's it for Cronkite News tonight. Thanks for joining us.
For top Arizona stories anytime, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.